Okay, let's see what Joan is awful has to offer. So we got this heifer with a bad dye job. She got that old, the blonde here, that Remy Bang. She get up, go to work, get a message from this man, Mac. I miss you. I'm in town. However, her husband don't seem to know about Mac. So now she gotta fire this black girl. So she's middle management. It's not like she made the choice to fire the girl. So then she out having her fake cigarette while she decide whether or not she gonna cheat on her husband and accidentally drop it and it fall on the head of the girl that she just fired. After work, she head to therapy. And she tell her therapist her man's a little vanilla. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want him boring. Oh, and then she brings up her ex, Matt. Constant sex and craziness. Yeah, you gonna cheat? Yep, she texted her man, okay, where, after therapy. She said she doesn't feel like she's the main character in her life. So, an affair, I guess, will make you feel like a star. Where is the technology aspect? We are 10 minutes in. I'm not bored, but let's go. They could make these 30 minutes. So she meets with Matt for drinks, and he loves her hair, the streaks. He says, yowza, you would love something that ugly. So he asked her, how you man? She said, he's good. And he's like, ooh, sounds like love. She said, well, I'm marrying him because it ain't work with you. He wants her to come away with him to San Jose. Honey, if he got San Jose money, you might want to go. Lord, so they kiss, but she's like, no, I shouldn't have come. So she go home to her man's bland cooking. She was whining to her therapist about that too. And then they put on a Netflix show, Joan is Awful, starring Selma Hayek. So the show looks a lot like their life. So then it shows her getting a message from the man this morning, and I guess it'll show her meeting with her ex and the drink, and then her man gonna find out about it. Oh, and now her coworker and his boyfriend sit down to watch the show. Okay, I love how Netflix is spoofing themselves on this one. This is cute. Oh, and now the girl that she fired gets a message about the show too, so we all gonna watch Joan's life unfurl. Oh, and the ex-boyfriend watching it too, while he taking a poo. Joan has a panic attack, as would anyone if their day was suddenly on TV. Showing the firing scene, and Selma's playing it much crueler than Joan did in real life. So she getting upset that all her friends have seen it, but her man's watching her text her ex. I want to skip to the end. So because of the little shift, Mac thinks he's gonna get her back. Then he asking her what she said to her therapist. You can't ask that. That's between her and her therapist. Lord, now the boyfriend packing a bag. And right as the boyfriend walk out, we see the passionate makeout scene between Selma and her ex. All right, now we're pretty much caught up. We're watching with the gay co-workers. What's gonna happen when we get caught up to real time? So now they're watching the show, except this time it's Kate Blanchett as Joan. Oh, okay, Netflix, we get it. You got some star power. Child, she said, I haven't seen Mac in so long. He said, well, show me your phone. So, child, Chris drive off. Better off. All you needed to tell him was spice up his food. So she come back in and watch Selma tell Chris not to drive off. So the next morning, her alarm go off. She go to work, people are mean. And because she was talking about some sensitive stuff on the show with her job, they fired her for breach of contract, for not respecting the non-disclosure. So then she go home and starts watching her show. I mean, since you fired, may as well find out what's gonna happen next. I'd skip like I'd like to with this episode. So she goes to a lawyer, and her lawyer tell her, well, sorry, honey, you signed the terms and conditions so they can legally use your life for this show. Lock, stock, and barrel. So then she goes see her ex. So they try to get to humping, but he's like, I can't perform because this is going to be on the show. So she get out of bed and storm. So then she gets an idea. She go home and start eating some burgers. What's going to happen? You going to gain some weight? Now she drives somewhere, puts on some bad makeup. Oh, she go to a wedding. She walk into a church in a cheerleading outfit And then shit. I guess she has a beef allergy. I don't remember that. So then she gets arrested, but Salma Hayek's people pay her bail. Now Salma's pissed because they got her shitting in the church. So Salma's upset that they lied to her too. She thought she was gonna be on a prestige show. So then they decide they gonna destroy the computer that's creating the show. So they gonna break into the Strawberry, which is Netflix's headquarters. Streamberry. So Selma gets all dressed up and goes to the headquarters. They gonna let her in because, she's Salma Hayek. And it works. They let her use the bathroom and then she sneaks into where the actual computer is with the original Joan. But then the guy that's running the computer is like, oh, you're an actress. You're not the real Joan. This is the real Joan. So the real Joan then break the computer. The other actress, who's the heifer from Schitt's Creek, who's been playing Joan, as well as the real Joan, they get arrested for corporate espionage and vandalism. But they only end up with house arrest, and the real Joan done bought a coffee shop because she was kind of obsessed with coffee, and that's what she do now. She ain't working in tech no more. Owns her coffee shop, stays broken up with Chris, and now feels better about her life and becomes friends with the actress who played her. Odd, but cute. But I wanted something scary. Something scary. I mean, I can see how it's scary. I wouldn't want a fake me running around, and nobody needs that. One of me is enough. It's enough. I think it's time for a trailer review. Let's check out the trailer for Quicksand. And as a child of the 80s, I thought there was going to be a lot more quicksand in my life, and it really isn't an issue. I think I've only been one place where there is quicksand, and that's the sunken forest in Fire Island. And I never really went in there. I just kind of looked at it, and I was like, I ain't going in there. We don't even have gators, but I was like, no, just no. The in me was like, turned right back around. So we've got a couple, and the girl from Colombia, she back. He wants to see the rainforest. She like, we ain't got time for hiking. Oh, and they're apparently telling some family that they getting a divorce. So she gonna go hiking, and he go with her because it ain't safe for her to go by herself. He still love her. But they telling them don't go hiking here. And they, she's headstrong. The husband gonna get sacrificed. Oh, God. So then they go back to the car getting broken into. And then he gonna say, can I help you? Then they get held up. Why would you do that? Just let him break into the car and hide. So then he hit him in the head with something and say, run. No, once you hit him in the head, hit him again and again. Get the gun. Get him in the leg. Get him in the gut. What's wrong with you? Oh, God. So then they both running from him and get stuck in quicksand. And the more they struggle, they trying to get out. They got to work together. This is stupid. Then somebody else dead in it. A snake attacking them. They see a helicopter. Child. Just dumb. Just submarine stupid. It's the new term. It's submarine stupid.